Welcome back to the review of Unit 7, Maximum Minimum. Now, the idea of a minimum wage goes back to the 1890s when both Australia and New Zealand became the first countries to institute such a policy. However, the first time a wage was set by the government was by the King of England back in 1349 when he instituted what was known as the Ordinance of Labourers. This decree actually instituted a maximum wage, meaning that you could only get paid so much and no more. At this time, the bubonic plague decimated the workforce, meaning that the demand for labor soared. This meant that the remaining serfs who survived the pandemic were able to get paid way more money than they had previously.
Decimate.
Serf. Although this decree was initially set to favor landowners, the amendments that were put in place eventually protected employees as well as employers. That meant that they could get a living wage.
Right. Now, a minimum wage of $25 an hour may seem astronomical. However, context is really important here. Geneva is the 10th most expensive city in the world.
Astronomical.
What is the minimum wage in your local area, and would you consider that to be a living wage?
Well, we're here in South Korea, right? So I believe the minimum wage was increased actually a few years back to 8,500 Korean won. And I would not consider that a living wage.
Right.
Not even close to it, to be honest. I'm not sure what I would say a living wage is, but if you're thinking about having your own place, buying groceries, yeah, no way, no way.
Yeah, not ideal to say the least.
Right, right.
Yes, and when you consider, for example, how small accommodation can be in Korea already, if you only have a budget of, say, $300 or $400 to spend on rent, you're not going to find anything that's particularly suitable, and you certainly won't be able to save any money. Sam, would you say that the minimum wage has increased apace with inflation in our home country?
No, I mean, as the article states, the raising of the minimum wage often lags behind inflation.
Yes.
And it feels like it is centuries behind almost.
Yes.
I know that maybe this is a tactic for people to rely on banks to get mortgages and things like that, but it's starting to get a bit out of hand. I know that the government has increased the minimum wage a little bit, but it's not significant enough, in my personal opinion.
That will do it for this unit, and we will see you right back here for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.